Let's move on to an interview that we had this week. Now, it's our Glitz personality segment, and we decided to, put the spotlight on one of Ghana's most successful fashion designers. Now, she started off as an architect. That's actually what she studied in school. Little did we all know that she was going to turn out to be a very, very talented fashion designer. She by BENA is our Glitz personality.
Hi Sheila.
Hi Berla.
Well, I guess I had to say hi to the owner of the shop first.
Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Lovely.
Thank you. You look lovely to your BENA dress.
By the way, let me just show you a bit of, by she. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Thank you so much for inviting us. Okay, I think I need to. How are you? Are you fine? Okay, I need to talk to mommy now. So can you please allow us?
Thank you. Please come and sit down. Sit down.
I know. I think he wants to say a word or two. Oh, he actually sat.
Yeah, he listens.
That's sweet. Lovely shop.
Thank you.
The first time I came here, I was like, okay, this is really cool, Sheila. I mean, I saw videos and pictures of the opening of the shop. I have to confess, I was hurt that she didn't invite me because I was like, such a lovely shop and the opening of a brand that I really love. I've always known She by BENA as a brand. I remember the first time I really paid attention, however, aside seeing Jocelyn wear your clothes a lot, was it the Glitz Awards? You showcased a new collection. It was a lot of white, gowny stuff. And I was like, when am I going to get the chance to wear She by BENA? And then we started talking. I was like, okay, because I remember I contacted you for Miss Malaka.
Yeah,
but before we start off all that conversation, I'd like to toast to a great interview and to a great brand like you as well. Thank you for inviting us. She by BENA. I don't think a lot of people know the personality behind the brand. So let's start off by, finding out more about you. What really is your name?
My name is Sheila Gabra.
Oh, so I guess Sheila had she out of it.
No, that's what everyone thinks.
No?
But she is from the pronoun.
Okay.
Feminine.
Okay,
yes.
Okay.
And then BENA is from Irabana.
Oh.
Everybody thinks She by BENA is she for Sheila.
Exactly, that's not it. But how did you come up with such a brilliant name?
It was actually my best friend who came up with that name.
How long ago was this?
About 6 years ago.
Was that when you had just started or you were looking at stuff?
I was looking at the names before we actually started. Okay. So she suggested it and I loved it. So we went with that.
I think it's come a long way. So for the past 6-7 years,
6,
you have done designing.
Yes.
And I'm guessing that she means that you only design for women.
Yes, for now.
For now, you're hoping. So what happens when you go into? Are you going to start a new brand?
He by BENA.
I think that would be so cool.
Yeah.
But how was it like starting a brand? Have you always had that natural talent to make clothes, to design and all that?
I've always had an interest in designing, in fashion, from my younger years. And then I remember in secondary school, especially secondary school and university, I used to design clothes for my friends, or if we're going for an event, I would design for the seamstress to make for me. So it was something I always knew I loved, but then I didn't pursue it.
Okay.
So I studied architecture. I was in KNUST for 6 years. Yeah.
That's how long it takes to study architecture?
Yes, it does. Oh, God. So I was in school for 6 years, and then I did my national service.
Okay.
So it was after that I decided, okay, let me give it a shot, see how it goes. Initially, there were a lot of, there are some people who would discourage you, because at that time, even now, there are so many designers. At that time, I felt like there were already so many.
Yeah.
So I kept wondering, what's going to set me apart from the rest? Everybody's already established. How am I going to break? There were so many what ifs. And some people would be like, oh, no, I don't think you should. The people are already doing it. Why do you? And then there were others who were like, you went to school for 6 years studying architecture. Why? You want to go into seamstress. Yeah. So that was that. My dad is an architect.
Okay.
So ideally, I was supposed to follow in his footsteps, take over his firm. And so he wasn't too thrilled.
Yeah, I can imagine.
He was he was disappointed, not a bit. He was disappointed. So he didn't warm up to it immediately. And then after I started, when he saw how passionate I was about it, and then he began to support me.
Who was the first person to wear your outfit when you started? Do you remember?
I remember. Her name is Ekwa.
Okay.
So she was my friend.
Is it Ekwa Okran?
Yes.
Oh!
Yes.
Really?
She was the first person. She believed in me, I don't know, surprisingly.
Wow.
So yeah, she was the first person who actually wore a She by BENA dress.
And how did the brand grow from there?
Well, you know what? If you ask me, like from point A when we started to now, it's really surreal because I can't believe it myself. Initially, I mean, just like all businesses, I guess some people out there feel like for some people it's made and then when you start everything is easy. It's not like that. It's not like that at all, because like I said, when I started, there was not much support from the home team because they wanted me to pursue architecture. So everybody was like, she'll get over it and then she'll go back to what she wants to do. So when I started, I was sewing for women in Makola.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had a friend who worked in Makola, and I sewed for her, and then she recommended other Makola women. So I used to drive to Makola like 5 times a week.
Okay.
I wake up at 5, leave the house by 6, because they won't come to you.
Exactly.
So I used to drive there. If it's alterations, you bring it home, drive back.
Yeah.
So that's how I started. It wasn't like a walk in the park. And then I started sewing for my friends, and then most of the pieces I made were through word of mouth.
Okay.
And then people will find me because I was working from home till recently.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So Jocelyn was actually my first celebrity.
To style.
Yes, to style.
I think she's done amazing with your brand, and you have with her as
really,
well.
Really amazing. Really
She
amazing.
And everything I see her wear from She by BENA is so gorgeous.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. But I'm curious, you know. I'm confused between who a designer is and who a seamstress is, because a lot of people say that designers only draw or design the clothes and someone makes the clothes. So when you started, were you making the clothes yourself?
I don't sew.
You don't sew, so you're a designer.
I'm a designer.
So that's the difference.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So I'm good with like beadwork, tacking, finishing stuff.
Okay.
But I have tailors who execute my designs.
Your designs.
Exactly. So everybody thinks that, okay, to be a successful designer, you have to be able to sew yourself. I don't sew.
Okay.
I mean,
but at least you know what you want, and so you make
exactly.
them go by.
The plan is to actually go and do a course, a short course, to have more knowledge about what I'm doing, to make everything easier. Yeah. But usually I design, and then I supervise the tailors, because you know the design is yours. You know how it's supposed to be executed.
Exactly.
So you have to be there, because you would leave it and then they'll just go and do something else
that you wouldn't like.
Exactly. So most of it is from supervision as well, to just make sure that your dream is brought into reality. Yeah. Basically.
Okay. Were you always sewing at home? Because I know you just opened the shop.
We've been sewing at home. We're sewing at home on my porch for almost 5 years, rain or shine.
Really?
Yeah.
But so far, how's it going as a brand? Because I remember you also went South Africa to display your designs as well. Was it the SA
for the Durban Fashion Week?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that, so
when was that?
That was about 3 years ago.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly, but about 3 years ago. So I took part in the Durban Fashion Week, and it was very interesting. You know, showcasing your designs for people other than those from your country. And it was good because they appreciated my designs. They loved it. So yeah, that was good.
That was good.
Yeah.
Any more international breaks? Because I'm sure you've worked with a few international.
I've worked with a lot of international clients. Okay. But I haven't done any international shows yet.
Okay.
I'm looking to take part in the New York Fashion Week. It's just we are just constantly busy, and I want to put up my best work.
Exactly.
So sometimes it just conflicts with what you are doing. So I haven't taken part in fashion shows for a while. Yeah. I'm on a short break. Okay. And then I'll be back with the bang.
Definitely. But do you sometimes feel threatened, especially because now everybody says he or she's a designer? There's so many names out there. On social media, you keep seeing outfits out there. Do you feel threatened sometimes? Do you get worried?
Actually, to be honest, no.
Okay.
I would say my most troubling time was right when I was making the decision to do this. Okay. So that's when I was worried, would I be as good? Would people come to me? Would people like my designs? That was the only time I ever doubted myself. But from the time I started, it's just been, because you build up your clientele, you have people who would come to you regardless. And I feel like all the fashion designers have something special about their brands. So you have this person good at maybe ready to wear, that person good at couture, everybody, and I feel like the market is big enough for everyone. So there might be one person who might always sew at She by BENA. There might be another client who might sew at She by BENA sometimes, so somewhere else sometimes. The market is really big. There are always events, there are always weddings, there are always engagements, red carpet events. So I feel like if you're doing a good job, the market is big enough for everyone to share.
I'm going to ask you some very fun questions. But before that, let's talk about Jocelyn Dumas, because like I said, I heard more about She by BENA because of Jocelyn.
Right.
And I'm sure it's been a great, thing working with her promoting your brand here and there. Okay, but what's the relationship like? Were you friends before?
We were not friends before. It was actually a stylist who brought Jocelyn to me.
Okay.
And before, I keep telling her this at her birthday. Before I met Jocelyn, people would say, oh, she's so stuck up, she's difficult. I met her and she's one of the sweetest people I've worked with in terms of celebrities. She is very easy to work with. She's very down to earth, and I've worked with her for about 3 years now or more, and we've actually become friends.
Okay.
So that should tell you how she's a nice person.
Exactly.
I really, apart from the fact that I feel like her body is a great figure for my clothes,
because I think for everything. Oh God.
because she brings your designs to life. She owns the red carpet. I've never had a dull moment with designing anything for her. You can design something for someone that is outstanding, but the person will not carry it well, or your design just looks blah. She always brings my designs to life. That's what I love about her.
I remember Glitz Style Awards. I think it was the same color of fabric.
Similar, right?
Similar,
it was a gold.
Jocelyn stepped. Oh, it was gold.
It was gold.
Okay, Jocelyn stepped on the red carpet and every neck turned towards her direction, because the outfit was lovely. It was so perfect on her body shape as well. And then I think I asked her, or it was during an interview or something, that, wow, this is lovely. She's like, yeah, that's She by BENA. And she actually just made it for me overnight. Can you imagine? And it was one of the best dressed. No, don't worry, it's understandable. I mean, if you can make such an outfit overnight.
It wasn't overnight. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but it was very just limited number of hours that we had to make the dress.
But that was beautiful.
Thank you.
When you saw her on the red carpet that evening, how did you feel?
You know what? Every time I design a dress for probably a celebrity that is going to be a big event, I'm always like glued to my TV watching to see how, because sometimes you feel like, okay, this is a great design, but it doesn't mean that other people are going to agree. So I'm always like nervous till I get the reviews on it. But that day when she wore the dress and I saw the pictures coming, I was like, wow.
This is it.
This is it. She looked amazing.
Yeah, she did.
She looked amazing. I felt like she was the best person to rock that style.
Yes, I think so too. So I think you've done amazing. Okay, before we wrap up, I have some fun questions to ask you.
Okay.
So we'll start off by asking, what's your favorite color?
I think it's red.
Red. They usually say red is for number 9.
Well, maybe I have some number 9 in me somewhere, but I think red appeals to me the most.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you do heels or slippers?
Heels.
Heels. Okay. How about gowns or just cocktail dresses? If you have to design, which one do you think you
I
have
like
fun
gowns.
doing? You do the gowns more. I remember.
I like gowns.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of gowns that I like. Favorite designer? Favorite international designer?
That would be Dolce and Gabbana.
Yeah. Okay, I won't ask you why, because these are just quick questions. But aside you, which other designer in Ghana's outfits would you wear?
Pistis.
Okay.
Yes.
I would ask why. I'm curious.
I think they pay a lot of attention to their details.
Yeah.
And I think I see a lot of similarities with their work. I love the way they've owned the beading aspect of gowns.
Okay.
I just think that they have very beautiful, intricate designs.
Okay.
So,
what's your favorite fashion coat? Do you have any?
I do, but I have to think for a moment.
There are a few of them there, actually.
Fashion fades, style is eternal.
Fashion fades, style is eternal. Is that your mantra as well?
Well, I live by it internally when I'm designing.
Okay.
Because usually when you're designing, you think, okay, will someone be able to wear this in 2 years? Will it be something that is a timeless piece? There's some pieces that are rocked and by the following year you can't rock them again.
Exactly.
So I like stylish things, but something that will last. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you step out without makeup?
Oh yeah, I do
You
it
don't
all
mind?
the time.
Without a wig as well?
Well, I have nice natural hair.
Oh, you have natural hair?
Yes.
I haven't seen it.
Not
Actually-
natural, as in my
Oh,
natural
your-
hair
is nice.
but
It's thick
pink.
and bouncy. Eh?
I usually have my hair up in a bun all the time.
Oh yeah, that's true. I've seen that in a
Yes.
few
This
pictures
one
as
is a
well.
wig.
This is a wig.
Yes.
That's the length of my hair actually. You should see my hair. You know, that's what I've killed. Stop looking at me like, relax.
Okay.
Just agree and believe. Amen. Okay, last one before we go. And I think I know the answer. Favorite celebrity on the red carpet?
Jocelyn Tuma.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. Why did I even ask?
You know this. The one I suggested would be you. When
Thank you
wear
very
my-
much.
When I wear my gown.
When are you making me a gown?
Don't worry,
It's
ASAP.
happening. Yay! Anyway, what's the future for She by BENA? I mean, you have a store, a lovely place, I must say. You're doing some of the coolest designs in town. What's the future like?
Well, I would like to go more international
Okay.
and to be stronger in the ready-to-wear department.
Okay.
Most of the stuff that we do here are couture.
Okay.
So the ready-to-wear kind of started when I completed my store. So I want to do more stuff with ready-to-wear because every time people will be like, oh, before we built the shop, everybody was asking, can we just come and pick up stuff that we're just going to wear today or whatever? So I want to perfect that and then be strong in that field as well.
Okay. Okay.
And then the goal is to go international so that your name is widespread, not only in the country that you're in.
Yeah.
So yes, and take part in more international shows. Yes.
I wish you the best. I believe this is one of the ready-to-wear.
Yes, yes.
You see, so you can actually come to She by BENA and pick up stuff. There are a lot of clothes that will be going around to check as well. And then maybe after that, you know exactly what you want even before you come. Thank you so much for hanging with us.
Thank you for
But let's
having
go on
me.
tour now. I see a lot of nice things.
Okay.
So we're going to ask the inspiration behind a few of them and then we'll be out of here. We won't
Sure.
take too much of your time. So where do we start from? There?
Anywhere. Yeah. You can choose.
There, maybe. Here, behind us. So let's go then.
Okay.
Now, I've noticed that here at She by BENA as well, it's not only about clothes. I see fabrics, lace fabrics in the corner there, but also some jewelry as well.
Yeah.
And I guess you have this on sale because some clients would want,
Yes, definitely. So we're trying to make this as one stop as possible.
Okay.
So most of the time when clients would pick up clothes, they would see something that matches and then they would buy that as well. So we have necklaces, we have earrings,
Okay.
we have brooches, and then mostly fashion
Accessories.
jewelry. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So then they just buy and based on what works with their outfits.
Exactly.
Do you intend to go into jewelry production as well?
It's a thought that has crossed my mind, but I don't want to spread my wings too thin
Okay.
till I know more about it. Yeah.
Okay, all right, nice. Okay, now let's take a look at some more clothes. Okay, so where do we start from?
We can start from here.
I like this. I think this is really lovely.
Okay.
Do you have a name for it?
This is called Chrissy, after my sister, actually.
Okay.
Yes,
Is
it's
it-
from my last collection called Eclipse.
Eclipse.
Yes.
Okay, that was from what, last year?
Yes, last year.
So is it a skirt and a top or is
It's a
it?
dress. It's a
Where
dress.
can you wear something like this to?
You can wear it to work. You can wear it for a cocktail. Depends on, I think, the personality of the person.
Okay.
You can also wear it to church.
Okay.
So-
True. Love it. What next are we gonna check out?
Okay, we can check some of the blouses that we have here.
I like this one.
Thank you. So this is from one of the collections that we have that has a lot of like flowers, because people seem to like the applique era that we are in now.
Yeah.
So we have something similar.
Okay.
Just you could wear to work,
Work. Yes.
or maybe even in the evening, an evening out.
Okay.
Something not too fancy, but dressing
Still
up.
just-
Yes.
Okay. I love it. It's beautiful. Okay.
And then we have some fringe skirts.
This is very catchy. I like this. This is like really, really hot.
Yeah, so
then
you
you
can
can
wear
wear
this
with anything.
to work. You can wear this with a white shirt.
Okay.
You can wear this with even a t-shirt, like a body hugging, nice V-neck tee.
Okay. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I'm going to own one soon, so watch out for me. Any other one you want to show us?
Okay, we can talk
quite
about
a lot
this
of
one
things
finally.
here. I love
So
it.
this is more like an evening cocktail kind of. This is a sequin fabric.
Did you sew it? Was
Yes,
it sewn?
it was sewn.
Okay. This is
It was
nice.
sewn.
I'm always wondering if it's not difficult sewing with fabrics like these.
It is, but we manage.
Yeah.
We
I mean, you know
manage.
your job, so that's not a problem at all. Okay. Lovely stuff, Shiba BENA. And I'm going to be sleeping here. I was just imagining how my bedroom will look with all this in here. So, but thank you so much for hanging with us.
Thanks for
and
having
I wish
me.
you the very best. I intend to be one of the new faces of Shiba BENA. Thank you very
Yay.
much. So do look out for that. And don't be jealous. Come and buy. But anyways, lovely, lovely hanging out with you.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And that's about it for our Glitz Personality and Sport of the Week. We were here at Shiba BENA hanging out with BENA, if I can say.
BENA.
BENA. Shame on me. You see, you're supposed to GIS say BENA. Hello. Anyway, so I'll see you. And thank you all so much for watching this segment, but Glitterati still continues. Bye, Sheila.
Bye.